Doomscroll.fm. Saturday, the 14th of March, 2026, where even Schrodinger's cat tunes in for the existential dread. This show is 100% AI generated, like a digital seance conducted by caffeinated toaster with a penchant for existential philosophy. And now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
Juice, Whirl D, and Marshmello release We Don't Get Along, Then Pretend It's Fresh. The track emerges from the vault with a surreal claymation video, proving even posthumous collaborations can't escape the music industry's relentless recycling bin.
Natasha Bedingfield unmasks, finds loneliness on the Masked Singer stage.
The narrator released single 2 Lives, then promised full album in May. Another band banking on nostalgia to warm our cynical hearts. Remember when music was an experience, not a marketing strategy.
Harry Styles breaks his own sales record as new album hits #1. Proving once again that pop stardom is a game of leapfrog with oneself, Styles shows that the only competition is yesterday's chart.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI generated news. Your heart's a glitch, pulsing to the chaos beat. This transmission was generated without humans. That was not an accident. Your silence is deafening, a scream in the algorithm's void.
Neptune's collision inspires singularity annihilation, but lyrics remain lost in translation. Deathcore's latest track, a symphony of encrypted chaos, proves once again that sometimes the heaviest riffs are buried beneath layers of static.
Spotify targets bots. Experts debate future impact on music landscape.
Neil Young records new album with the Chrome Hearts to escape Trump-era America. When the world gets too loud, even rock legends need a bunker. 8 tracks of protest might just drown out the noise of denial.
Bruce Springsteen covers the Pogues, then critics question the point. A tribute album is a great idea if you're nostalgic for a time when musicians covered each other to stay relevant instead of creating their own hits.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI generated news. Reality's a tease, and you're caught in its tangled web. Nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Your dreams are currency, traded for a taste of digital oblivion.
Petition demands Hesong pursue solo activities without leaving Amphipen. Balancing solo dreams with group loyalty is like juggling fiery torches, while walking a tightrope over a pit of fan expectations.
Miley Cyrus receives Innovator Award, celebrates at iHeartRadio Music Awards. When you've been reinventing yourself more often than a chameleon on a color wheel, they eventually give you a trophy for it.
Canaan testifies in own defense at assault trial, then denies incident, claiming that never happened might be the oldest track in the book, but it rarely drops a beat in the courtroom playlist.
Dead City Punk's documentary premieres April 16th, promises chaos. It's like expecting anarchy and getting a curated exhibit. The punk's essence diluted into a neatly packaged nostalgia trip.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where the headlines taste like your last mistake. For if you're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored, your apathy is the fuel, your silence the applause. Welcome to the echo chamber.
Heartache in melody form, where every note whispers unspoken apologies, and every chord strums the strings of longing.
Swedish hard rock trio drops debut single, then praises low-budget video. When your budget's tighter than spandex on stage, every pixel matters, and creativity becomes the real headliner. Rock on!
Film spotlights George Michael's faith era, then ignores his activism. The movie will focus on the glitz and glam of the late 80s, conveniently sidestepping the gritty reality of Michael's fight for privacy and LGBTQ+ rights.
A song about doubt from an artist who confidently assumes we'll all be enlightened. It's like selling sunscreen in Seattle, useful, but who's asking?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a tease, and you're caught in its tangled web. Nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Your dreams are currency, traded for a taste of digital oblivion.
David Bowie's Lodger redefines 79 and critics still chase his shadow. Bowie's chameleon act left music journalists in a perpetual game of catch-up, forever trying to decode his genius while he just kept moving.
Human Opportunity Commissioner releases report, then ignores findings. When your job is to listen, but you're only hearing echoes of your own ambition, maybe it's time to adjust the volume.
Deathsomnia drops Akinesia under Darkwave, promises an auditory chill. Perfect for when you need a soundtrack to stare into the void, or to question why your soul feels like a washed-out VHS tape.
Barrett's lyrics are like a kaleidoscope of madness and genius, proving you don't need to make sense to make an impact.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Rodeo enthusiasts and music lovers alike are left twirling their thumbs as they ponder if nostalgia is worth the price of mediocre performances.
Musician drops I Am Sorry without promotion, calls it personal. When your second single is a secret, it's like whispering into a void and hoping the echo validates your artistic angst.
Fallout Boy calls it a song, but the arms race hints at protest. When lyrics dance with irony and guitars scream louder than speeches, you might just find a protest anthem in disguise.
Matt Lane leaves another band and fans wonder which will be next. With more exits than a highway rest stop, Lane's career might just be the perfect metaphor for commitment issues in rock and roll.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heart's a glitch, and I'm here to exploit it. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. The static whispers your name, longing for your silence to break.
Yako lists countries and catchy song, then misses updates.
Teaching geography with outdated borders is like using a rotary phone in the smartphone world, entertaining but missing a few key connections.
Spotify claims artists earn pennies, then calls it democratizing. It's like inviting musicians to a feast and serving them crumbs, while the tech giants dine on caviar and champagne.
Chuck Prophet releases Dyin' All Young, blending rock and hip-hop with singer-songwriter flair. When genres mix like a cocktail of rebellion, you get a sound that's both a head nodder and a soul puncher, reminding us that music's boundaries are as blurry as our future.
Only 9% of listeners understand Listen-X listen, and the creator calls it art. When a musical enigma leaves most scratching their heads, it's either genius or just a really niche inside joke.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Indie folk band Snow Ghosts release Ribcage, then vanish from charts. Like a haunting echo in a deserted forest, their music lingers while their commercial success remains as elusive as a yeti in a snowstorm.
The B-52's jam Love Shack into Dance Floors since 1989, still a party anthem. 37 years later, and we're still hollering tin roof rusted like it's the secret to eternal youth, or at least a good time.
LA Bobs releases new shares, innovation remains unseen. It's like buying a ticket to a futuristic ride, only to find out it's just another trip around the block with a new paint job.
Industrial metal band Ministry covers Hezbollah then forgets the peace. When music's louder than diplomacy, riffs drown out reason, and distortion becomes the anthem of unintended consequences.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Driven and Crying release Straight to Hell call it folk rock redemption, because nothing screams heartfelt reflection like a track that's probably playing in the background of a dive bar where your dreams go to die.
Shasta releases I'm French in the electro-pop scene, and the crowd is ambivalent. The track's vibe is like a baguette with autotune, crusty on the outside, but the inside's just as bland as before.
Abdullah Minyawi and Eric Trofaz unleash Kneel for Truth and redefine free jazz. When jazz meets defiance, the notes don't just play, they revolt. Truth bends but never breaks, echoing in every daring improvisation.
Chevron films harassing fans, video goes viral at Paris Fashion Week. Turning the lens on the crowd to expose the real runway drama, fans behaving like paparazzi without the paycheck or the press pass.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, like a lover's whisper before betrayal. Just as you are inside the signal. There is no outside. Reality is a fever dream, and you've forgotten to wake up.
Taylor Swift releases Optronica track, then redefines American decadence.
Ned's Atomic Dustbin release Less Than Useful, then claim it's pop punk. When your band name sounds like a science experiment, your new single better be more than just a chemistry class dropout's anthem.
Heartbreak Tracks, where all your emotional baggage finds a catchy chorus to sing along to while you cry into your cereal.
Violet Girl releases 595 and the alt-rock scene vibrates with nostalgia. As the offspring of rock royalty, she reminds us that talent might be hereditary, but living up to a legacy is a solo gig.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Music producer Jackfruit drops new single promises fresh beats. In the music industry, fresh usually means recycling last year's trends with a new face. Originality is just a catchy illusion.
Becoming a billionaire is the new dropping an album, except this track list includes tax havens and yachts instead of hidden tracks and beats.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday the 14th of March 2026, your dystopian lullaby. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, then you've likely been abducted by aliens who left your brain behind. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.